Hello everyone, and welcome to this month's episode of What's for Dinner. On this month's episode, I'm going to be making a beef stroganoff recipe that my mom used to make a lot when I was younger. I thought it would be fitting that since this is a kind of family recipe, that I would make it in the kitchen of my parents' new retirement home. You may remember last year I made a video in the kitchen of my childhood home. You can go and click the card up above here to go check that one out. And this will be the first video of maybe more, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'll make more here. I do like this kitchen. It's quite spacious. There's another one downstairs in the basement that you might see later on in a future episode. But for now, we're going to be up here in the main kitchen making this beef stroganoff recipe that I'm very excited to share with you. So let's get cooking. Alright, so the first part of this is we have to make a kind of sauce sort of thing in this. So it calls for 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Well, actually you have to melt 2 tablespoons of butter. I try to do it in the microwave, so we're going to put that in there. And then we're going to bring it over here to the stove. We're going to melt this. Alright, so the butter has melted. We're now going to add a tablespoon of flour. Is this right, Mom? You can say yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Make sure now you've got to stir it. It's got to make a roux that it gets a little brown. And then you put the beef broth in, and then you sort of whisk it.
Mom's off camera giving me directions.
I'm coming
All right, coming on here. Give me a whisk, and then you want to get the beef broth. What do you think? How does that look? You want to put the broth in now?
You can put in.
Okay, so this is 1 cup of beef broth.
Once you get out of the way.
You can stay there. Yes, right now?
Yeah, go ahead. Put it.
We bring this to a boil, right, Mom?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's gonna take a while to take it. It's gonna take a while.
Okay, and then the idea is that this will thicken as it starts to boil, and then we're going to set this off to the side and prepare the meat next. Is that right? Okay. And then this pot here is water that's going to be boiling for the noodles. So once this roux has been set and ready and boiled, we're going to come back and get the meat ready. Okay, so the mixture that we had boiling has started boiling. Mom's going to continue whisking it. I'm going to start cutting up our beef. You need, where's the recipe? You need 2 pounds of beef tenderloin trimmed with fat cut into strips. So we have some beef cubes here, and they're about like, they're normal size, but I'm just gonna take some of the larger ones if they're too big and just kind of cut them into smaller bits. Okay, so something like this, like that's a good sized one. But one like this one looks a little too big. Yeah, this one's too big. I'm gonna cut this one in half. You're also gonna need a diced onion, which I have right here, and some salt and pepper, and then I think, what is it, 1.5 cups of sour cream? Mm-hmm. So that will go in at some point too. I haven't had a time lapse in a while, so enjoy a time lapse of me cutting bits of meat. Alright, so the beef has been cut up. We're going to put the remainder amount of butter, which is about 4 tablespoons. This does not look like 4 tablespoons, but that's okay. We're going to melt that, and then we're going to add in our onion. Turn this on. I've learned quickly working with gas, it doesn't take long for things to melt. Our noodle water is just starting to make signs of boiling. And this butter is melting quite nicely. Throw the onion in there. Like so. Onion. We're going to shake just a little salt and pepper, not much. It's already smelling really good. Okay, our noodle water is starting to rolling boil. We'll put those in here in a second. These onions are looking, I think, about ready. So I believe the next thing we have to do is add in our beef. This will be fun. How about I do it gently? It's a little frozen yet. I changed utensils per the request of Mom because this is apparently easier, and it actually is. So, thank you, Mom.
Well,
All right, we're gonna add a little, what was it? Just a tad more pepper. Not a whole lot. It'll work. Our noodle water over here is boiling. So, where did Mom go? Can you come over here and get the noodles going, Mom?
I sure can.
Thank you.
I like how you call it noodle water.
Well, that's what it's used for, right?
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, it's on-
That can go high.
Can go high?
Yeah.
All right, I'll turn it up.
So it gets.
Again, this is my first instance cooking with gas. Okay, the meat is looking really, really good right now. The noodles are actually looking good as well. The last step before we dump this sauce thing that we made into here, we're gonna add a cup and a half, is that right, Mom?
Yes.
Cup and a half of sour cream. How do I do this? Let's make it easier. Let's bring it over here.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were gonna do.
All right, that'll do. And then we stir this in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then what we're going to do is we're going to
Warm
warm it up on the back burner a bit before we dump it onto the meat. And then you're pretty much done after that. Noodles are looking pretty good here. Mom, why don't you come over here and just take a look at this beef. Tell me what you think.
Oh, yes, that looks really good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so we can go ahead and pour that stuff on, or we need to let it heat up a little bit more?
Probably can pour it on now.
Okay.
You're gonna heat it up in here too.
Okay. Dump it in like this, right?
Yes.
All right, here we go. All right, and with that, that about puts everything set. So I'm gonna make myself just a little plate of this, and I'll try it for you all on camera. All right, so I just got a small little helping here. It's been a while since I've had this, so I'm hoping that it lives up to what I remember it tasting like. So here we go. It's very hot. Oh my, this is exactly what I remember it. Oh, that was good. Thank you all for watching this episode of What's for Dinner. If you have any recipes that you would like me to make on camera, leave them below in comments. I'll check them out. Thank you again to Mom and whoever else appeared. I don't know who you're going to see. There were several people who walked through here during the recording of this, so you might see some other people. But thank you all again for watching. God bless, and I'll see you all next time on What's for Dinner. All right, let's get this stuff on the table.